All right, let's talk about something I think every aspiring ESA BIR pilot is aiming for. Smoothly navigating European IFR. Forget the piles of paper charts, the long hours figuring things out manually. In
Hmm.
today's cockpit, well, your flight bag's gone digital, right? And these tools, they aren't just nice to haves anymore. They're becoming like essential co-pilots. So today we're doing a deep dive into the key digital flight planning tools, not just for the exam, but what really makes a difference in, real world GA flying.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how these tools are completely changing the game for European IFR, especially with the flexibility you get with the BIR. It's really moving beyond just ticking boxes. It's about boosting your efficiency, definitely sharpening situational awareness, and fundamentally making things safer. Plus, you get rid of so much of that old paperwork burden. It's a huge relief.
Okay, so let's kick things off then. Autorouter. For a pilot trying to get their head around European IFR, this is more than just another planner, isn't it? What's the specific nightmare scenario it really helps you sidestep?
That's a really good way to think about it, actually. Autorouter is purpose-built. It's specifically for generating Eurocontrol compliant IFR routes. The nightmare. Well, imagine you're all set, ready to fire up the engine, and boom, ATC tells you the route you spent ages planning. It's invalid. Because Eurocontrol, they manage all the traffic over here, right? An invalid route just, it won't fly, literally. Autorouter basically sorts out that whole Eurocontrol maze beforehand. It checks your route, throws on live weather overlays, uses your specific aircraft performance, and crucially, it handles the automatic filing straight to Eurocontrol.
Ah, okay. So it's not just about finding any old route, but finding one that,
Yeah.
that Eurocontrol will actually accept. And you mentioned slot monitoring with Eurocontrol. What does that actually mean for me, the pilot, maybe sitting on the tarmac?
Exactly right on the first point. It means you avoid those potentially really costly delays and the stress of having to refile everything, and the slot monitoring. Think of it as like a personal traffic update for your flight across Europe. If there's congestion, any kind of delay building up, Autorouter tells you your specific departure slot instantly. So no more guesswork, no nasty surprises from ATC just as you're ready to go. It makes sure your plan is solid, efficient before you even push back.
Okay, so Autorouter gets our pre-flight route nailed down. But what about once we're actually airborne? That's where SkyDemon comes in, right? So many VFR pilots know it well, but how does it really step up as an IFR co-pilot? How's that transition work?
Yeah, SkyDemon is definitely a favorite for VFR, no doubt, but its value for IFR, particularly for visualizing the route and just general in-flight awareness, it's immense. You get real-time weather updates in the cockpit, those dynamic airspace alerts popping up as you approach them, and maybe most importantly, that invaluable offline map coverage for backup. That offline bit isn't just convenient, if you lose your data signal, which can happen, it's a critical safety net.
Absolutely. You hear stories, right? Navigating unexpected dead zones. So its real strength isn't just the pre-flight planning, but more about when you're actually flying.
Precisely. Yeah, it's got a great interface for briefing beforehand, sure. But SkyDemon's real power, it shines when you need tactical rerouting or just understanding exactly what's around you right now in the air. It's all about keeping you sort of ahead of the aircraft, helping you adapt and make smart calls on the fly.
Right. Makes sense. Okay, and finally, let's touch on the behind-the-scenes player, EuroFPL. This sounds more like the operational nuts and bolts. What's its unique place in this digital toolkit compared to, say, Autorouter or SkyDemon?
EuroFPL, yeah, it's a really robust tool. It focuses squarely on the mechanics of actually filing the flight plans, keeping track of all the ATC messages back and forth, and interfacing directly with CFMU, that's Eurocontrol's Central Flow Management Unit, the main hub. It's great if you fly different aircraft because it handles multiple profiles. It can even help with crew scheduling for some ops, and it offers really solid departure slot monitoring too.
Okay, so while the BIR exam might just ask you to, list some features of filing tools, EuroFPL's actual value is more in how it smoothly manages that whole critical back-end process, especially for maybe more complex trips.
That's exactly it. Examiners want you to know the theory of flight plan filing, of course, but EuroFPL, it just streamlines the whole thing. It ensures reliability, helps manage all those operational logistics. Basically, it takes a big chunk of the admin load off your shoulders so you can focus on flying the plane.
So putting it all together then,
Yeah.
these three, Autorouter, SkyDemon, EuroFPL, how do they mesh? How do they create that complete tech stack for a pilot flying IFR in Europe?
Well, if you connect the dots, it really forms a kind of digital trinity, you could say. You start with Autorouter for those validated, efficient, Eurocontrol-friendly routes. That gets your plan solid before you even get to the airfield. Then, once you're flying,